Oh no, the gamenya ada weh. Jason. My bad. Oh my god. Good morning. Hello everyone. Whoever and wherever you are. Hello and welcome to my stream. Today I'm starting really early in the morning just to play this game. I don't know how far I will play this one game because I've been waiting for a long time and finally it's been localized and I'm so happy that it's finally here. So yeah, I guess we can just go directly to the game. Yes, anime openings.
歴史的な開国から数十年、文明開化の大号令のもと、極東の島国にまさに今西洋文化の大波が押し寄せていた。活気に満ち溢れる帝都の民は変化、革新の熱気にむせ返り、その変化に戸惑う者も飲み込んで、時代は大きなうねりの中にあった。
Oh, and on a side note, I actually played this game before. There's like a translation group, so if you know who they are, you know. So I already know like the whole story for the first part of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, but I don't remember like the options and all. So yeah, episode 1. 22nd November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicator, Defendants, and the Chamber 5. Oh, let's just autoplay this. I like it. Ooh. Oh no, nothing. Oh no. Oh. Yunosuke. University. And now here I am awaiting my trial. Oh damn. This man's lawyer, I'll be defending him today. Oh yeah, don't forget to hydrate yourself, dude. Whoa. And yet I still seem to know better than you. Oh! What are you apologizing to me for? No, Yunosuke. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Kazuma the bro. All over the newspapers past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean I believe you? I know you're. Aww. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend, also in his second year at Ime University, but he's far more clever than I, a star student in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer, impressive considering he's still an undergraduate. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old, here in Japan anyway. My qualifications don't mean much yet. You say exactly the same thing 3 days ago, but I'm proud to have a friend like you. Bros. That's when all this started. Ooh. Yes, I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievement and successes in court, so you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. Who doesn't know Kazuma's name? That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. Ooh. Oh wait, I forgot. It's when it happened. No, wait a minute, I need to. I forgot to. Oh. Oh, wait just a second. Oh. Okay, done. I'm just updating the text a bit. Well, this case has personal significance to me, but never mind that for now. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. Oh my god, Kazuma's headband, I can't. No wind, but it's still floating like a cool headband it is. If I may, you must be the defendant Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. Mikotoba Eugene. Eugene. Oh. I guess best friends, I understand. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I also look forward to the puns that they can give us, you know, like this game and puns. The puns! If you should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked. Oh no, and never granted again. And as I suspected, you are unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permissions, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I didn't. I swear I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true, nevertheless. I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry, what do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. As soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose certain questions to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not, do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Oh no, court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. It would seem our surreptitious discussion are to be. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty? Get moving, there's no point in anyone of the likes of you anyway. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over, and what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolute no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. Man, imagine. My one and only chance of proving my innocence, the trial that would decide my destiny. Yo, imagine you're in his position. We're in his position, man, screw. On the 2nd of November, 9 Court of Judicator, Courtroom 2. The Supreme Court of Judicator. No court in land has more power. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. So do I. Our uniforms in there. A secret trial. A secret trial. A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. It'll become clear in time, but for now, you need to concentrate. It's about to begin. Oh, this one just is cooler though. Like, wow. The court will now hear the trial of Yunosuke Naruhodo. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. Ouchie! Oh my god. Ouchie! Oh, as is the defense. For context, if you don't follow the series and previous releases of Ace Attorney, the prosecutor name is Payne, which is Payne. So since this is like set way before like in the traditional Japanese setting, so the name becomes Ouchie, which is like the puns are ouch. Oh my gosh, I can't, man. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Yikes. This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Answer. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for it. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I will be defending myself. Ooh. What are you playing at? Just now before the trial. You did what? A rooms outside area would be dashed if you were to lose. It means you don't have faith in me. Oh no, you think I'll be able to get you off? It's not that really, it's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes, I knew that's how you feel. Which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. My throat. Very well. The defendant decided to advocate this trial. Does the accused admit defeat already, renouncing his own counsel? Really? Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Oh no! Oh no. What? I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime instead. As you are no doubt aware, this is the Judicator of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. He can't be questioning it more than I am. So let's start with this very simplest of question. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I care to remember. But wait. The time for the court record. Let me guess, your mind's gone blank? You know me so well. All the relevant can be found in the court report, but I can't find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of E. Press E to court record. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press E for the court record. Alright, there's no time to lose. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with E. E. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press Z or Z to go back. Ooh. So remember, everything you do with the current case can be found in the court report. Okay, let's try. Ah, interesting. Next mark. John H. Wilson, male, British, time of death, 19th of November, shortly after 2 p.m. Single bullet fired at close range, fatal hemorrhage. Oh, from pectoral ballistic trauma, no exit wound, bullet didn't pass through the body. Whoa. Press R to present. R. Oh, so E and R. Oh. Okay. And John H. Wilson. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, visited to Yuma University 3 years ago. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable warrior alive. Wait, what was it again? Ah, implications. One of friendship and navigation. And yet, despite the delicate circumstances, since built our soil. Just a moment. Above undergraduates at the Imperial Yuma University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education, have you no honor? But I didn't do it. And this case is coming under great scrutiny from me. Victim was an Englishman. You're at the scene of the crime. Look at the time, I'd better be going. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Ooh. Oh? I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. Ah. Yep, being polite. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Defendant, yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. Yunosuke. Remember that in court every assertion must be backed up by evidence. And select present. Do it now. According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. That's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in the autopsy. But here in Japan, must merely inspects the body and draw a conclusion that way. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. Oh, you can clearly discern the whole previous particular. We should assume that the victim was shot at a close range. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into record. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Ah, yes, the trial. With the facts of the case. Oh, what? Who? Oh no, it's just a bot. Yeah. Wait, let me check again just to make sure. There's been like lots of bots really. But it's not. What? Oh, just a second. Why does it always appear though? How do you... Man. Oh no. Yeah. Oops. Let me just report it. Where's the problem? Example, research and such. The profile contain emotes. There come. Why is the bot here? Here's Halloween, but close. Now let's just refresh it again for a bit. Is he gone? Why? Anyway, I blocked him, so it should be fine. Let's just continue. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Sogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated. Our advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. The crazy headband. Yeah. Kazuma's headband is so distracting though. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Of course, my name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a restaurant called La Carnival. Oh no, the blah. Oh no, are you okay? Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, Man, imagine. Simple cough and then you just cough blood. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. What? Really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. Oh gosh. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants and Occidental eatery. Understood. You will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring. What shall we have here? By the time of the day, the lunchtime rush was over. Sorry, I was yawning so much. I just woke up. Putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him. I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur. Ooh. Oh, that's just not right. Wait and see. It is. Wait. So eventually you're gonna say it. Wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused is a real lawyer after all? I don't believe it. Let me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume. Oh, Hairiguchi. Entrance. It was a turbulent situation. Conscientious. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well, is there a problem? Of course, here you are. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. Oh no, the coughings. Oh no. So, the court has now heard a précis of the case? There was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking back at the black and white case here. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. Dun, 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 dun. Be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Oh no. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these circumstances. I'm scared of what lies ahead. Oh. I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face. Is that it? What? If that accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty, or are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Indeed. Prosecutor Archie, please continue with the proceedings. Well, you will want. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. Man. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witnesses. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once. Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations. Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army Surgeon Yesanosa. Myself of antiquity. From the efflorescence of our nations, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Raste. A humble premises in the 2nd District. Curio Correcta at your service. Ah, Curio Correcta. Curious collector, I presume. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing. Yes, Sanosa, man. I can't. God damn it. The person. My God. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma in question, always post noon. I can't understand what that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to... Oh, Lexer, hello! Yosanosa is the type of guy who'd say, "Think, Mark, think! Yes!" The energy from him though. Because a high class social with rich clientele. Oh, pagi Lexer! I see, although to be honest, that surgeon looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Okay. Yes sir, no sir. Okay. Oh no, the puns in my head now. You both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct? Ya, pagi. Affirmative. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. Oh no, the baby Sam. It was the black uniform Rouge infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. In first Devo sama George masih tidur jam segini kayaknya. Tumben stream pagi. Iya, kalau mereka pasti masih tidur sih. Gak tau kenapa ya pagi ini tuh kayak kebangun gitu loh. Terus kayak you know what, ya udahlah stream aja. Kayak stream ini udah lama banget juga pengen mainin game yang ini soalnya. This man's as impossible to understand as the other. Ooh. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise that ain't lasting, he said. So this is the decisive evidence the persecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now the court will hear your formal testimony, please. Mut-mutan aja lah ya. Gue biasa bangun pagi. This morning struggled to wake up and went to bed yesterday. Oh, I had a shitty day and something annoyed me beyond. Oh no. Was everything? Oh no. Yeah. How are you doing now though? Is it like kayak udah oke kah? Tapi all is good now. Okay, nice. Good to hear that sih. Good for you. Trying to recover through random stream interactions. I see. Don't forget to have a good rest also though after this. Kayak maybe just to make up in case kalau masih capek atau apa gitu. Oh, sama udah sarapan belum? Kan pagi nih. Big afternoon. What is will do Neko? Sarapan dulu coba. Palingan bikin abis ini sarapannya. Oh, halo live course. Hello. Welcome back. Yes, morning stream, morning Great S Attorney. BTW pada main Great S S Attorney series juga kah? I was extolling the virtues of particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's action with my own eyes. The black uniformed Persity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back the courtly little whistle. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. Well, so you, Surgeon Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. The wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. Ah, nonton doang sih. Ah, I see. Dulu try to watch it dari awal. Ah. Tapi dropped it. Ah. Nonton berarti animenya kah? Atau kayak just watch the gameplay? What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of the day. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Yunosuke? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun and the gun that I saw lying on the floor. Gue juga kalau udah suka main game gak pernah download yang lain lagi. Ah, I see. Same. I understand that sih. Kayak I've been playing this series like for quite a while, I guess. Kayak udah dari sekolah tuh biasa gue suka banget sama series ini. After I'd said hello I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Oh no, he touched the gun. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up... Ah, shit. Ah, wrong timing. There was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. Oh, dari zaman Nintendo DS. Ah, yes, ya, dari zaman Nintendo DS. Betul. Dari yang pertama banget, terus kayak pas discover langsung kayak get hooked up real good gitu loh. You must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness. Do it now. As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. Oh, sama dulu pas zaman DS tuh pertama kali main ini bisa dari jam segini sampai jam 5 kayak orang jam kerja gitu deh main. 8 hours non-stop man. Because I'm so hooked in this one. Okay, it is time to bring this despicable student to justice. Certainly the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare... Oh. Yes! What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? Iya, yang ngerti that feel. Auci, ini prosekutor dari game pertama ya? Iya. Kalau yang game pertama kan namanya Pain ya. Kalau yang di sini namanya Auci. Jadi kayak Pain sama Ouch. Aduh, itu kayak punnya I cannot, man. Astaga. The dialogue is amazing. Banget. Aduh. Dialognya tuh kocak gitu loh. My god. Let me guess, the Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic. Oh. The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Iya kan, even kayak the name yang kayak si witnessnya Yesa Nosa itu yes sir, no sir, my god. Pen sama Ouch anjir lucu dah. Iya kan, lucu kan. Kayak oh my god, biasanya tuh nama villainnya sama witnessnya tuh suka ngepan gitu loh. The puns never stop in this game. Dulu Auci pakai rambut, main-mainnya sekarang pakai kipas. Iya banget, parah, bener banget. Dulu rambutnya, terus sekarang kipas, men. Aduh. Auci, my god. Pain. really begins. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Isn't it obvious you have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements? You didn't fire the gun, which means that the soldier said it has to be a lie. It's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence. Let's present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Botak after first trial, oh iya. Yang weaknya kayak evaporate to air in the air, in the end of the game gitu loh. Aduh, itu kayak kasihan tapi kayak in a way dia nyebelin gitu loh si painnya. My god. Aduh, ngakak sih. Kayak mereka breakdown-nya itu loh, mental breakdown si villain sama some of the witnesses-nya itu yang kayak, oh my god, this is so extra, man. Beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Berarti Q itu press, itu present. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of the golden curio to the military gentleman. Iya kan, had it coming to him lah, yoi. Oh my god, ngakak banget sumpah. Fired on the English from the back, the little vessel. Press. Aduh. Abis tuh kayak heavily sweating dia, abis jadi botak kayak non-stop sweating, aduh. I had just about enough of your sauce, cadet. Who else do you see around here in black uniform? Well, there's someone standing right next to me who fits the description as well, but... It was you, you little weasel. You unloaded the firearm on that man from behind his back, and you call yourself a citizen of the great empire of Nippon. You disgust me. Ada bengongnya. Yunus kayak muka bengongnya. The surgeon just said, but I can't put my finger on it. Something's playing on my mind. There with what the witness just said, then don't hold back. Press the evidence to the court, thrust it in the witness's face and make him choke on it. Oh my god. My hands and knees, where? History how to play. You know, there are less looking. Kok gue sambil nyedumi ya ini nontonnya, gonna go say, oh yeah, it's okay, take your time. Unless looking in these statements, it's time to expose them. I understand that. The question is, how? Like I said before, the key to this is using evidence that you've collected. Me, I love me. Anjay. Me for breakfast, never goes wrong. Go through each witness statements and the details about each piece of it and compare all the facts. Somewhere in there you'll find something that doesn't add up. In other words, an inconsistency. An inconsistency. Me is like, yes. When you find a statement and a piece of evidence that seems to contradict each other, present your evidence with R and rip the witnesses apart. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, Kazuma. Just be careful, because if you assert a contradiction that has no basis, you'll be given a penalty. If you're dealt too many penalties, the defense's case will fall apart and you'll receive a guilty verdict. So that's it. Peruse the evidence in the court record and find an inconsistency with a witness's statement. Alright, I'll give it a try. You can hear the witness's statements over and over again as many times as you like. So keep your head and be measured in your attack. Good luck, partner. Oh, myself. Wait, gimana cara mundurnya? Oh, klik kanan mundur. Okay. Right click for the previous statement. At that precise moment, I observed my own eyes, the black from the back, the cowardly little weasel. I think it was shot from the front to the chest, didn't pass through from the front in the chest up when subsequently that. Wait, bentar, save dulu, takut. Okay, save. Selalu save kalau udah main ini. I don't want the penalty to rip me off. Baik. Present. The sweatings. Where are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Trusting some photographic print in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. What nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us what we don't already know? Well, obviously that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. Oh no, the nervousness. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the surgeon's statement. Surgeon Yesanosa. I can't read the name. Yes, sir. What, sir? Yeah. The statement you just made was this. The black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir. Yeah. But no, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because... Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Surgeon, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Oh, the baby. What was that? Something just popped out from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Oh my god, imagine pushing your baby like that, like, ooh. With so much power gitu loh, kayak nekennya tuh kelihatan with all the power that he can do to the child gitu. Oh my god. Would you not agree, Surgeon Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes probably fixed on the delicious Lacaneval stick, sir. The last testimony has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Surgeon Iasanosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Oh, shots fired. Oh, achievement unlocked. Inconsistencies here. just from that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. The university cadet there. Oh no, the baby is crying. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Treasure? Indeed, the Hoy Era Cobalt, my prize coin. Oh no. Why the old man look at face? I don't know either life quotes, kayak gue juga bingung. But again dia tuh karakternya kayak apa sih, kayak antique collector gitu loh. Jadi kayak I guess kayak vas yang dia pegang itu tuh kayak barang antik gitu. When I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop Raste, in the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you. On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I proffered my Hoy treasure. Oh, sama namanya itu yang si kakek ini kan Curio Correcta kan. Itu kayak puns, I guess bukan puns sih, lebih kayak Romanized Japanese way of saying kayak curious collector, I guess. Yeah. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find? I did not, but I was presented with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, oh no, the jenggot, the beard, it was there no more. It simply vanished. The koban vanished? Hunting around under the table, I was in case mayhap it had fallen there. And then it happened. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hoy treasure. Nothing could distract me, oh my god. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? No. Oh no. Oh, I see. That lamentable day, the precious Hoy koban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Auchi? Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain? Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Very well, the court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency. Yes, sir, at once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Oh, no. Affirmative, the newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name Aido. Imagine bringing your baby to the courtroom, oh my god. Those straps are a sign of the surgeon being too strapped to afford a nanny. Aido, tension. Oh, Aido, tension. Your father is about to kill the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. Ingusnya! Ingusnya! Oh my god, that's not... Ah! Oh, the true culprit. Even if what I saw was a mirror, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black, that much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. Ah. These testimonies are certainly compelling. Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. But there was a woman, there was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. Objection! If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel? Indeed, of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can plainly be seen, there is only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the court. Ooh, new evidence, let's go. Then to the court. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times. As we all know, the ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Paketsuchi Auchi, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor. Padahal aneh gak sih, kayak if you admit kayak a fellow Japanese do the crime, it will even kayak bring lebih rugi di Jepang daripada di Inggrisnya gitu loh, bro. How can this be happening? The justice is ready to rule. Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. Oh. If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick. Understood? Rules can be so unbending at times. Ooh, cross-examination. It's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad that much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Ah, indeed. Alone, he was there dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the Black Universe could have dispatched Englishmen over and out. What evidence do we have again? Astro. Examine. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's something. Oh, tapi belum bisa. Baru ini doang ya. I think mesti di press semua deh. I think I need to press all of this. Whatever. For a start, I didn't fire that gun. We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of an uninformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. Tension! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all, don't you? Let us not forget that the antiques dealer witnessed the accused in this most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Korekta-san? So let's see. Well, obviously, as a culprit, that's the only way you could explain why. Exactly at that moment, a gunshot rang in my ears. Full of events beyond our control, life is. In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas conversely, I failed to pick up the koban from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you, with pistol in hand standing over the foreigner. So, we were the only personnel present. You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Rosa's table. There was a lady there. Barusan sarapan dulu. Oh, welcome back, Sans. As you have been, sarapan apa tadi? By the way, as you have been at pains to point out time and again, I feel like I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. If only there had been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. It was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant. I know, of course, the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Sereal, cuma kepikiran sereal doang. Aduh. Sereal sama susu. Udah lama gak makan sereal ya gua. Oh no. Jadi pengen. It's neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why at the time why he was alone. There was indeed a reason. This was fun. Oh, what's this? Appointment at the clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. CHOTTO. Oh my god, CHOTTO clinic. There would be indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. Noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. Indomie sudah jadi asik. Indomie, anjay. Akhirnya. Oh, so the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. Indomie. Or it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Submit it as evidence or not? Of course, has to be submitted. If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movement prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. Up to us to decide. Aduh, headbandnya Kazuma. Melayang-melayang ini. Ya. For the submission of evidence. The court will grant the defense's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's the most disturbing trend. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. Court record. Even if they don't seem relevant at first. I hear you. Let's check this one. He was in. Oh, belum bisa dicek, set. Wait, yang tadi ini kah? Oh, personal present. Rada eksperimental. Eksperimental gimana tuh? Pakai apa aja Indominya? Pakai lime, kecap Inggris, kecap asin, dan telur. What? Wait, Indominya rasa apa? Tapi kalau kayak gitu, asam sama bawang merah, bawang putih. Kecap asin sama kecap Inggris? Nggak asin kah? Oh, kecap asinnya dikit. I see. Nah, menarik. Berarti Indominya nggak pakai bumbunya gitu kah? Jadi kayak bener-bener cuma mie-nya gitu? And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. Oh, pakai juga, kirain. A meal for what? The antiques dealer, the surgeon, and the waiter who Indomie plain who testified before. But if so, then why? Indomie goreng yang putih. The classic Indomie goreng. If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could have. Over and out. Why aren't you telling the truth? What? What did you say, cadet? I clearly remember. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Then, perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Oh alah, langsung kayak oh. It's not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter whose testimony the court heard earlier clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady. But I like to do random stuff to my Indomie. It's okay lah. Experimental is good. If it's good, then it's good. If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. The prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time. Oh. To light. Oh, got smacked by left parts, is it? Okay. You should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? Teng. Some piece bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. Yes, examine time. Now we can examine this. Oh. By using WASD. You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. If the crosshair starts to pulsate, press space to investigate further. Kazuma nanti kayak Miyafe gaya oh no don't jinx it lecture itu kayak oh no the pain kayak kayak baru pertama kayak langsung gitu. At this medical report card. Oh no kayak the pain of Miyafe no. Literally baru sekali terus kayak my god, langsung kayak why did you kill her like that? My gosh. And wow, interesting. Out of place. It says CHOTTO. Ooh. I hate clinics almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. When I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life, and I remember even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. They put a goddamn Danganronpa on us, goddammit. Iya. Aduh, itu kayak... Oh my god. Kayak, oh no. Baru juga, padahal baru sekali doang anjir keluarnya, terus kayak tiba-tiba the next time kayak dead. Salah. Yeah, medical history. There's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Ding ding ding, a new student has been found dead. Oh, the announcement. Oh my god, I can remember the sound of that. My god, dulu juga main Danganronpa soalnya, terus kayak oh no. He had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Oh no, Monokuma. Oh ya, Monokuma. Terus ada yang ini kan, yang versi pinknya Monomi ya, kalau nggak salah. Say water for 3 hours post procedure. Monomi di second game tuh, ya, Monomi di second game. Yang pertama Monokumanya ya. Sounds like you're worth bearing in mind. Oh. This new information, the meaning of the totally. Yeah. Hey, rambutnya Neko itu Monokuma kan? Hey, gue hitam sama lilac ungu, gue hitam sama ungu, dia hitam putihnya. Oh no, Nah, this evidence, can I check this? Examine. Oh. I'm here. Business card details show a person's name. That's right. It's his job title. Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Oh, witnessnya ternyata orang kepolisian. The police have a lot of power and influence if they're wielding it somehow here. Oh, berarti kemungkinan bisa jadi si Hosonaga nih ngepres witnessnya biar nggak bilang. Isi lock. Isi lock? Apa itu? He was the young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Wait, tadi apa? Even the file was his chart, it's almost the same. You really have black in dunia nyata. Isi lock. Ya ampun, dibalik-balik. I was like kayak what? Terus kayak okay. Do you really have black and purple hair in dunia nyata? Awalnya mau sih kayak punya yang split color hair kayak gitu, but then again, I don't like being the center of attention karena pasti diperhatiin gitu. So, nah. Plus kalau lagi mau warnain juga, oh no, lagi kayak begini, I don't think I can do that. Kayak mesti keluar lagi, like pasti udah serem sih. No, he was Pardon office officers and myself at the time. Confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Lagi ribet kopit-kopit ini, yoi. Dining by himself. Oh, dining. Present. Save dulu, lupa. G. Save dulu. Just one save. Present. Yes, the music stopped. Means it's right. Everyone stumbles on their work occasionally under the circumstances. I wouldn't worry about it. In the cross-examination you just carried out, when you raise your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you know exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your word carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright, and thanks for the advice. Oh, Korekta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up. Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateur's drivel. My god, Auchi can be so much pain, haha. You might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may lives up to his name, yeah. Of course, ya banget sih dia kayak bener-bener kayak yang super rese gitu despite him just doing his job. Then before that time is completely irrelevant. Semangat Yunosuke, kamu pasti bisa, boy. You don't have to use clever language or fancy word. Just make your point. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else beside this pale-faced pupil who could possibly... Oh... How could it possibly be relevant? Which is it? The report card is a dental clinic. Deng. Aduh, BG apa? Suaranya apa? SFX sih. That background music though. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result the victim had been forbidden from eating, just what are you trying to say, Cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia were off. No, that can't. Oh. Dun. As you just heard. When he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we know now, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthesia. Expertly done. Yay! We're being praised by Kazuma. You little upstart. Whoa. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table. Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? Ooh. I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Would you agree, Yunosuke? So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating the pictured beefsteak? Ooh, ayolo. The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready. Counsel? Oh, nah lo, kipak lo, kelihatan. The answer is going to be pivotal. This is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been as yet unknown third party. It can only have been someone else who was. There was no such person. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on this table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. Ayolo, ouchie. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that their witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair trial relentlessly. Are you insane? No. You would take on the government? Don't worry, Counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them, those two witnesses in the stand. What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? Oh shit, my mom. And since this is a murder trial, we will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit in murder? Ayolo. No, negative. There was no mention of this at the technical meeting. Ayolah lo, technical meeting. As the man says, just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they thought. Oh, ayolo. Oh, ayolo. Keselibet dia. What did you just say? Korektasan. Shit. No. You were just following orders? Now, hold on, lad. I was, say you never saw the gentlewoman? When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? Ayolo. What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? Just one simple Slip on the tongue! Ayolo. Uh-oh. Counsel, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You try to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Oh, you're effed up. Oh my god. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, that's classified. Ditarik dong kumisnya. Terus bayinya nangis. Aduh. My god. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? Lemau, feigning ignorance. Exactly. Oh my god. This can't be happening. Do you know, Skit? Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Ochi had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, military, or the police, I suppose. The Isilok. Any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Tadi sempat ini si examine yang ininya mapnya. We'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. How can we possibly? Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh, yes, that's right. That's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there is nothing we have missed. There's no time to lose. I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe. I had no idea about any of this. Oh no. What does the defense have to say about all this? No time to think. Close my eyes, shout out the first name that comes to my head. The only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is... yes, this. Oh, BTW tadi soalnya sempet ini sih, I don't know if you guys see, tadi gue sempet examine, jadi tuh ada kayak gambar peta denah si restorannya kan, terus pas gue examine baliknya kan ada nama dan yang keluar namanya dia, so that's why I just pick him now. Hehe. Present. Satoru Hosonaga-san. Who took the stand up here? Waiternya itu royalty. Nope. Tapi waiternya itu polisi. Ternyata kayak in disguise gitu. Mana ya? Tadi ada evidence-nya tuh. Ini. Terus kalau dibalik, pas dicek, ada ini nih, Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. IOI, Undercover Corp. Undercover Cops dia. Gitu. Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If that is the man truly were a waiter. If he truly were... Come on, Junosuke. Time to hit this car with the truth. The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity as proven by this evidence. Waiter's business card. Then... The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in the question. I agree, it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the cards that's of interest. I beg your pardon? Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling details is. Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Osanaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of the business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession? But that's surely... Good gracious. That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Harudang. Oh, well... Yo... Asik keluar orangnya. Inspektur Hosonaga. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Muncul! Yoi, muncul dong sound alertnya. Harudang. Loh, inverse sprinkler. Oh, you awok now? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Yo, hello. Of course, here you are. Just awoke. Hehe. Ask him to hand over his business card. Awok you are. It's my guiding principle. How was last night stream? Gue tidur duluan. Oh ya, yuk. Si Spring kemarin stream dari Pasmo sama I think lanjut Minecraft kah kemarin jadinya. I made the sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake. Nggak jadi main. Oh no set. Lanjut that war game. Akunnya Oh no. But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Of course, your salary. I was working undercover. Salary dong. Oh, BTW buat Spring ini jadi kayak to catch up summary-nya so far tuh this guy, ini nih Ryunosuke, which is the character that we're playing as. Ini tuh case-nya dia lagi dituduh ngebunuh orang. Nah, ini sekarang dia coba jadi apa sih namanya? So he is here trying to defend himself gitu loh. Jadi kayak trying to prove his innocence ya gitu. Dan so far yang ketahuan sekarang ada lagi dibongkar dulu pelan-pelan si yang Hosonaga ini awalnya dikira kan kayak pelayan di restoran biasa kan. Nah ini ternyata dia undercover cops. Ini ace attorney tapi ceritanya tuh kayak si predecessor-nya ace attorney timeline wise ya. Kayak jadi kalau yang ace attorney yang
as we all know kan kayak udah modern timeline kan, udah yang kayak zaman sekarang. Kalau ini tuh di settingnya di zaman Edo, zaman Jepang dulu banget gitu. Ya, jadi kayak it might seem strange tapi kayak pretty much gitu sih settingnya. Incidents. There have been series of incidents at the restaurants recently. In order to investigate, working undercover. Nah ini temennya awalnya ini dia mau ngedefend si Ryunosuke ini kan, cuma Ryunosuke-nya dikasih tahu lah sama mentornya ini Kazuma. Dibilang katanya kalau Kazuma kalah di kasus yang ini, dia nggak bisa dapat chance untuk jadi pertukaran pelajar ke Inggris, dia bilang gitu. Nah makanya sekarang jadilah begini, si Ryunosuke-nya defending himself. Where's my objection? Not yet lah, sebentar sabar atuh. There would be classified police information which I am not liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Ini the objection before it was cool. Yoi, the objection before it was cool. Very well, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. 19th century. I think this is around 19th century. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner, therefore I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Oh no! Stop bleeding! Please stop bleeding every time you cough. Your worries me. Correct, Your Excellency. Gak demen sama judge yang ini, kurang clown. Beda sama judge yang itu ya soalnya. Oh my god, judge yang biasanya tuh kayak super clowny. Yang ini kayak serius banget gitu. As I suspected. BTW gue berbe dulu, kumpulin nyawa dulu lah. Judge yang biasa tuh emang bodoh banget, parah. Itu kocak anjir. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in the chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady whom I guessed to be an English woman. Judge yang biasa itu emang bodohnya parah banget sih, kocak banget, kayak easily swayed, apa sih, kayak gampang kebawa pihak sebelah gitu loh. To the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Special order? You mean to say, remove the English woman from the scene at once? Oh. It was made clear that the English woman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. Special orders, quote. But what if this English woman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interests not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An English man has been murdered on our soil. To name an English woman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. Gue udah dulu ya, mau nge-charge HP. Yo, thank you for dropping by live parts. So that's the reason for disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. Take care ya, take care life coach, take care. But it's not right. Oh. Ding ding. Ya, sama-sama. Have a good rest of the day. Ya. Have a good rest of the day to you too. Have a good day as well. Have a good weekend. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean? Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory is a young English woman. Oh. What? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. You mean when I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it's prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. Well, how the turntables. Indeed. Kadang tuh this kind of twist yang bikin hooked up sama game-nya gitu loh. Kayak, oh shoot moment gitu. Table was... the English woman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yume University Medical Faculty. Emang gitu, tiap case pasti gitu. Iya. Ada aja twistnya gitu loh. Iya. Kalau first game biasanya bakal ada filler case-nya yang kayak kupasnya tuh kayak pelan-pelan gitu loh, baru kayak pas terakhir baru kayak jebret gitu, kayak langsung door ke main problemnya, kayak untuk inilah pemanasan ya, warming up dulu. And ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. But Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceeding of my courtroom. Wah, anjay, judge yang ini beda sih, parah. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. Iya, that's badass banget, ya. I wonder kayak nanti di game yang after this episode bakal judge yang itu gak, yang bodoh itu bakal keluar atau enggak gitu loh. Karena kan semuanya kayak ceritanya lagi predecessor kan, will he at least kayak appear once gitu. You'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. Yeah, imagine. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigation flawlessly. Imagine sih kalau dia beneran keluar, kayaknya ngakak sih. Aduh. Aduh, batuknya. Nothing will get in my way. Hosonaga, please. Are you really okay? Courtmill, kenapa sih Hosonaga? Iya kan, dari pertama dia batuk terus kayak udah berdarah kayak excuse me, are you really okay? Kayak stop. Courtmill adjourn briefly. Kopi. Bisa jadi anjay pneumonia kali ya. Enggak, COVID. Oh no, COVID in the 19th century. Let's call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Your Excellency! The ancestor of COVID! Oh no! Good, then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. Oh my god. So is pneumonia the ancestor of COVID all this time? Kayak galaxy brain moment gitu. Oh, part 1. Yes, set. Yeah. Fat brain. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendants, Antechamber 5. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb. My heart was in my mouth the entire time. Oh my god, I can imagine that sih. Baru cuma jadi student tuh tiba-tiba you were kayak apa sih? Udah kena dituduh kriminal, defending yourself on your own. Ya nggak on your own sih, dibantuin, tapi kayak mostly ngomongnya buat kayak ya just for yourself gitu ya. Kayak oh my god, imagine the pressure kayak jadi Ryunosuke, man. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there, you were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd start finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. Oh fuck, oh shit, mau iya kan? Iya, makanya kayak oh no, kasian gitu loh. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Gila, Kazuma tuh super bro banget sih. Forget it, it's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. Kazuma Aniki! Iya, kayak Aniki! Kazuma Aniki! Miss Giselle Brett, a student from Great Britain, is she? Kayak yang percaya banget gitu loh, yang kayak always have your back kind of Aniki, kayak yeah. And to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. Ayo bro, your clothes are fire! Yeah, kayak Kazuma is freaking fire, kayak oh. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I am sure of. Oh, yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Yo-e, the confidence, man. Did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Then on the floor next to the Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor. And just after I bent down and picked it up, bang! I want to have a confidence like Kazuma. Kazuma Aniki, teach me your way. I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me looking as white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Fast thinking by the detective, he apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area.
Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you.
Yeah. Ini mentornya si Kazuma, which is the professor Mikotoba.
It seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You have exceeded my expectations, I have to say.
Ini BTW yang jadi tuh dia ini Profesor Mikotoba, mentornya si Kazuma. Old Gambi, oh no. Old Gambi, oh no. Jadi dia tuh yang request si Ryunosuke buat defend himself gitu loh, biar si Kazumanya nggak lost the chance to be an exchange student to the Great Britain. Aduh.
You arrange things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Our modern country is still in its infancy, our justice system even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we needed to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, bro. Oh, kalau dia yang take place in the trial nggak bisa practice law di luar ya. Lebih tepatnya kayak kalau dia ngedefense si Naruhodo, terus ternyata dia kalah case dia kalah buat ngebela case ini, he will lose all the chance buat dia bisa pergi keluar gitu loh. Kayak untuk jadi exchange student lah, untuk belajar ke luar negerinya tuh langsung hilang dan gak akan dapat lagi gitu. Which is why si profesor ini kayak mau gak mau ikut campur bilang, lu jangan kasih si Kazuma yang ngedefend lu ya gitu. Makanya that's how it happen si Naruhodo yang bilang, oh gua yang bakal ngedefend diri gua sendiri gitu. Lawyer or otherwise. Terus kayak dia masih kayak lawyer or otherwise, I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life. Yeah, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. Kazuma, stop. Oh no. Kazuma.